Hey guys, welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. My name's Hayley for anyone that's new. So we have a day in the life of my kitchen. So the kids are having breakfast. Tell you something, this pan is absolutely fantastic. So it's like 7 o'clock in the morning here. It's very rare that they get like eggs and soldiers for breakfast, but I give them a treat, such as it is. This pan is in the, we've got an Amazon storefront, which is always linked beneath the, ignore the cooker, I ain't cleaned it from the night before. It's always linked underneath the videos if anyone wants to look at the stuff that we use. It's not complete yet, but I think this is on it. Look how easy they come out. They're so good. So that's Caitlin's. She wanted the eggs on a split bagel, so that's what she got. And little Amy wanted some eggs with soldiers. And that was breakfast. So I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome today's sponsor, Accents. This is a Wi-Fi, excuse me, this is the chair. This is a Accents Wi-Fi smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with a replaceable battery. So it doesn't have to be connected to the mains. You can have an app for this and it's going to tell you if there's, while you're out, there's the app. If there's any smoke in the house, if the carbon monoxide levels rise, it'll tell you that through the app while you're out of the house. So if you need something like this for an elderly person that you care for, a parent, a grandparent, you can keep an eye on things like this while you're not there, obviously. This 2-in-1 alarm, it combines photoelectric smoke and electrochemical CO2 sensors, ensuring fast and accurate detection and a 10-year lifespan. So it's giving you the utmost safety and peace of mind. You can share your devices. With the Accents Home Security app, you can share your devices with 12 family members and friends, enabling them to monitor the home safety and receive crucial alerts. CO2 alarm precaution. You'll receive an immediate warning on the app when the CO levels exceeds 100 ppm. So this will enable you to respond promptly without waiting for a delayed response. So fantastic. I mean, if that person's not aware, you can have the fire brigade go round if that's what's needed, or call them, tell them they need to leave the house. You can access your home CO concentration history from anywhere using the app. The battery-powered smoke and carbon monoxide alarm connects directly to the Accents Home Security app. No base station is required. So yeah, and so this is the Wi-Fi connected model, and the ratings on Amazon for this are absolutely amazing. You can see on the app here that we're showing you the sort of alarms, and you can see, look at the ratings again for Amazon for this. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you Accents for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to day in the life. So I'm making cinnamon roll buns because Amy likes these and it's not very often she gets them. So I thought I'd make her some whilst we was at school. All recipes will be linked below. Also, the sponsor will be linked below for the smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. I have just got to say, the fact that it comes with an app and you can attach this wirelessly to a vulnerable adult within the family is actually something that's I've not noticed before, never seen. So yeah. So let's get these cinnamon rolls going. So I don't weigh out my raisins. I just throw them in. I do weigh out the other ingredients, but not the raisins. There's the milk and butter in the jug. I've waited for it to come down to temperature. So this is my cinnamon. I couldn't believe I used it all. That was a giant 360 gram tub of cinnamon, which I've used. I've just had to put an order in for a 500 gram bag, so yeah, I use quite a lot of cinnamon. So I'm turning it onto the dough cycle and getting it going before I pour in my liquid. And that's how it comes out. I had a comment saying that they'd never, off a couple of people saying that they'd never seen a recipe where the flour goes in first. It's usually the liquid. I honestly don't think it matters. I chuck them in whichever way I get to them first. It doesn't really matter to me. As you can see, the dough rises. It's perfectly fine. I think it's just what you're told over the years, you know. Different cultures, like in America, maybe they do things a certain way with breads and such. But no, I've never really followed a certain way. I just do my own thing, and it works, as you can see. It's a lovely dough, nice and bouncy and soft. That list on my hand is what I need to order from Amazon. I need another 16 kilo bag of bread flour. And then I noticed I needed cinnamon, and you know how it goes. You notice you need this, that and the other then. So all I'm going to do is give it a little sprinkle of bread flour. You can see how soft that is. It is so nice. No more flour was required. That was it. So I'm just going to roll this out. I don't mind making these. That flour don't count. It's stop it sticking to the thing. So roll it out, and then I'm going to turn it so that the length side is towards me. I don't have that much counter space in my house. In the UK, we don't have these massive kitchens like a lot of you have in America. It's kind of sad, actually. I mean, most of us in the UK, we have the washing machine and that in the kitchen. And I know you in the States don't do that, do you? No laundry room. The bigger houses have got a laundry room in the UK. Or people haven't built on. But normally, you don't come with a laundry room either. So our house is, in comparison to the ones in the US, quite small. So I've rolled it out. I'm just going to chuck on. I've used margarine here. You can use butter should you so wish. And this is just going to hold your sugar, cinnamon and raisins while you roll it up. There is only 2 of these left. I'm surprised there's even 2 left. So this is the dark brown sugar and cinnamon. Give it a good spread. And add in your raisins. Again, I'm not weighing, I'm just throwing them on. Doesn't make any difference to the final product, to be perfectly honest. See, I just load them on. And there's some already in the dough. So pull it over. This dough is so elastic. You don't have to worry about tearing it. Just pull it towards you. Stretch it out a little bit. I'm talking to someone, obviously, that's why I've stopped. It'd have been Steve, because the kids were at school. Lovely, lovely. Nice, soft piece of dough there. I will say, battery ran out just as I was about to put the icing on the top. But you all know how to make icing, or you should. It's just icing, sugar and a bit of milk. Or you can have it without, should you so wish. So I'm just going by eye. I'm not measuring them out. Again. So much of my baking is not measured. So it's always a pain in the bum when it comes to writing out recipes. I'm going to use this tin. You want a little gap between each one, obviously, because they're going to expand. Look at that, nice and yummy. Loads of raisins in there. You see, I could have put these in a different tin, but I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I couldn't be bothered. This day was a long baking day. And I've filmed something I ain't filmed before as well, in regards to baking. And just show you the swirl on that. And all I'll do with these is leave them covered up with a dry towel and let them rise. Bake them. No, they're not burnt. That's the sugars, I promise. You see, I got this far. I pressed that down with my fingers because I couldn't be bothered to sieve it. And this is the moment she realised she needed more. That's what happens when you don't weigh stuff out. See, I forgot to show you. I do show you at the end. So, these are bagels. Yum, yum. And this recipe is so forgiving. So, I left them in the bread machine. Even when the bread machine went off, I just left them in there until it rose up enough to touch the lid. No specific time. And then when they was in the bowl on the worktop, when I poured them out again, I left them for another hour or so. That's not a requirement, that was just me being lazy. And it makes absolutely no difference to this recipe, honestly. Again, all the recipes and the bagels will be listed below. So this dough has honey and milk in it. And I realised afterwards, after I'd done the milk, that I'd not put enough water in. So that's the thing sometimes. You realise, when you're trying to sort the camera out and you're trying to make sure that you've got certain things in shot, you're just trying to sort this out and that. See, look, I've got some more water. You're not reading your recipe properly, and then you don't put it in the right amount. But I sorted it out once it was in the bread machine, and as you will see, it come out perfect. So there was the cinnamon buns. That's the dough. I've just popped it. This is the dough that I just left in there to do its thing. I didn't take it out as soon as the beeper went. I just left it alone. I don't know why I shoved that in the camera's face. As you can see, this is not a sticky dough. It's a really great dough to work with. I hate when I get the corners in the bread machine where it doesn't pick up all the flour properly. So I just pulled that off. And I'm going to cover this dough. Not that one, they're done. They get covered by the kids' mouths later. Cover that dough and look at it. I forgot about it and just covered it. And as you can see, it rose up and it's doing absolutely fine. Didn't even have to flour the worktop. So I'm taking bowls of it. I'm not weighing them. You can weigh them to get exactly the same size, should you so wish. I'm just not that fussy. Taking a piece, trying to keep them approximately the same size. Roll it out into a bowl. As you can see, I'm moving about a lot and swaying. So, like I said, I'm just taking them and rolling them into bowls. I tend to pull and tuck. So pull the sides of it, tuck it underneath, and then give it a quick roll. Just try to make sure it's got a smooth surface. If you don't want to make bagels at this point, you can do bread rolls. It's entirely up to you. Or chuck it in 2 loaf pans and make 2 loaves. It's just as good for that as it is for bagels. Caitlin has really enjoyed these. So just do as many as it takes to use up your dough. I can't remember how many I got, maybe 9. Can't remember. 9 or 10 I think. So just stretch it over and tuck it in and then roll the bottom. I am no expert at bagel shaping at all, but they taste like bagels. They're round like bagels. They'll do for me. So I got, how many did I get? 3, 6, 9, 11. So nearly a baker's dozen. At this point I'm struggling. I'm shifting again, look, side to side or leaning on the worktop. So there is your shape. So I want another piece because I need to split these now. And all I'm going to do is poke my thumb through. Your 2 forefingers. I should have gone a bit bigger with the hole because as this expands again for another rise, some of them do end up with the holes closed, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It all tastes the same. But practice makes perfect. The more I make them, the more you make them, the better they'll look. Some of them retained that hole, some of them didn't. The elasticity in the dough, you can see that by looking at that one I've just done, it just wants to start closing in on itself, but I won't worry too much. So I think next time what I will do is I'll make 2 batches of dough, because so this for me was a second trial run. They've not been done on my channel before because the first time I ever made them, oh, what a mess. Yeah, it was a mess. So I did them again this time. Now I've been working with bread a bit more and whatnot. So I just cover them and let them rise again. So I think next time I might do 2 doughs, a plain dough like this, and then like a cinnamon raisin dough for sweeter ones. But it is such a forgiving dough. If you can't be bothered to do it there and then, you don't have to, just keep it covered. So I've added some bicarbonate of soda. It was about a teaspoon. It looked like more, but it was about a teaspoon. Just into the water of this pan. All you're going to do is wait until it's simmering and keep it at the simmering stage. These have rose again, look, and the holes have sort of filled in on themselves, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Gently place 2 or 3 onto that water and they should float. This is going to give it that skin and that chewiness that you get from a bagel. This is what differentiates it from a bread bun. So I was going to say 30 minutes. Don't do it for 30 minutes, guys. 30 seconds aside. Flip them over. See that closed at the bottom there, look, and that one, more or less. So keep it at that simmer. And just do 30 seconds per side for all your bagels. Discard your water in your pan because you won't need it. There, look. There we go. Take them out and just repeat that process for all of them. Then put on any toppings that you want, and I bake these at gas mark 6 for 25 to 30 minutes. And they were so light. So that's them when they've come out. Now I'm just putting some toppings on. So I've put a mixture between sesame seeds, poppy seeds, nigella seeds, and I did some chive and onion. That's the nigella seeds. So what I should have done is put toppings on as soon as they come out. And look at that. Oh, these are so good. They really are good. It was so easy as well. You see they got that lovely round shape. They didn't look like they was going to have it, did they, when they come out of that pan? But yeah. And I will press them toppings in slightly. That's how fluffy those are. Beautiful. Yeah, they already got tucked into by the time we got around to photographing. So, dinner. So this was a shrimp fried rice. So I've got some soy sauce and oyster sauce. White pepper. That's the pepper that tends to get used most in Chinese cooking, I've noticed. So what I've done is I've defrosted some really big king prawns, and I've deveined them and everything. Half of them I've chopped up into 3 pieces for each prawn, and the rest I've just butterflied and left as is. I've got the sauce all ready to go. This is the thing, if you've got the stuff ready to go, it's really quick. So I've chopped up some cloves of garlic. I'm now just doing half an onion, not a full onion. Try to keep everything approximately like the same size sort of thing, so they all cook together. This was really nice. I enjoyed this. Had a bit of a kick to it. You want some Chinese chili flakes or Korean chili flakes? Because if you're like me and you're not keen on the heat, but you like that flavour, they're the ones that you want to go for. Because the regular chili flakes that we buy, they're more hot. They're hotter than the Korean or the Chinese ones. And the Korean and Chinese ones you can get off of Amazon. That's where I got mine. So I'm adding the green onions to the chopped up bean sprouts. And the white part I've put with the onion and the garlic. So first I'm going to do my eggs. And you don't have to cook these to death because they're going back into the rice. I highly recommend that you don't have to, it's up to you, but I do highly recommend that you use day-old rice. That makes the best fried rice. Just keep that going. Pull it in. You don't want a fully cooked, super firm egg, because remember, it's going to go back into the pan again. So once this is nearly cooked, you're going to take it out and pop it onto a plate. Let's get in there. It goes from runny and snotty, so I like to call it snotty, to where you want it really, really fast. Just don't turn it into rubber. Rubbery eggs are not nice. See, it's going now, look. Nearly there. So obviously this is a longer video today, I hope you don't mind. Let me know if you try the recipes. You could swap out the prawns if you don't want them. See, that's where I've took the eggs out, look. You could swap it for slices of pork tenderloin or some chasserie pork or some chicken, whatever you like. So I'm not going to clean the pan out. What's the point? The rice is going to have egg in it anyway. So what am I going to cook first? So I'm going for my garlic and onion. I'm going to get them going. So I'm just picking up that egg off the side of the pan now, and it'll just mix in with the garlic and the onion. The chili flakes are optional. You do not have to use them. So just keep that going. Just need a bit more oil there. Here I come with the shredded crab sticks and the prawns. So you'll notice some prawns are cut into little pieces. That's just to make sure that in every part of the rice there is some prawns. And it's also nice to get the big plump ones. So we're just going to cook them off. So the white part of the spring onions is going in there. Keep it cooking. Always make sure with seafood it is the same as chicken, that it's properly cooked. These prawns that I buy are absolutely fantastic. Because they've had the shells on, it keeps them plump and meaty. Whereas the ones you buy that have already been peeled and deveined and whatever, then frozen, they're a bit more watery, I find. They're not as meaty. I don't know how to explain that properly. Like you see these big butterflied ones that I've left in big pieces. the meaty, bouncy when you eat them. They're really nice. Probably sounds a bit daft, but I know what I mean. I'm just a home cook, guys. I'm not a chef. So I'm going to stick in some peas because Steve likes peas and, you know, keep him happy. Honestly, I don't notice it so much in fried rice. So please make sure you use day-old rice. Cold. Throw that in. Get that cooking. This is why you need to get all your ingredients ready, because it's not long before you put in the next thing in. So this is the sauce that we made right at the beginning. Obviously, fried rice isn't saucy, but this is where it gets its flavour from, the sauce that you make. It just coats the rice. I'm getting hungry now. So back in with the egg. As you can see, the egg is not overcooked. It will finish while it's in the pan. There's the bean sprouts, which were chopped up into halves or 3 pieces, with the green parts of the spring onion. So you're going to just mix everything together. I thought I didn't have any prawn crackers in the cupboard to fry up, but I didn't look properly. So I ordered some more, and when they come I found the other ones. Such as it goes. We had a spring roll with this, one of the ones I made. There was a video for that. I think we're down to 2 left. So they've lasted well. I really need to restock the freezer with some bagels, some pancakes, some breakfast burritos and spring rolls, that sort of thing. But I need the room in the freezer to put the stuff in. That's the problem. So I've got to try and run down that freezer a bit. So I've already turned the heat off. I don't want to lose the crunch on them bean sprouts. And with some parsley. I did add the chili flakes in. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Again, I will list this below. Give it a try, guys. Some good stuff. You can see them butterfly prawns, big chunks of egg there. Lovely. Keep saying lovely. Spring roll. I just cook them in the air fryer. So I just want to say thank you to Xsense for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Share it if you can. And chat to me down in the comments. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.